So what types of things should you be focusing on as a home daycare provider to make sure that your business is always growing, always reaching more local families, and that it's always fully booked? If you're not quite sure, I want you to keep watching. Welcome to this video. If you're brand new to my world, whether you are on the podcast or whether you're watching this video on YouTube, my name is Christina Rizakos. I'm an early childhood educator by trade. I ran my own childcare center for over 16 years, sold it a few years back to focus on my marketing agency. Now what I do inside the marketing agency with my small team, we help other childcare business owners from all over the world with their marketing needs. And in this video, I really wanted to focus on 3 things that you have to be focusing on as a small home daycare provider if you want to make sure that your business is open, is growing, and is thriving. So the first thing you want to think about is, as a small business owner, right, as an in-home childcare provider, you sometimes feel as though there's so many things to be doing, there's so many things on your to-do list that you kind of lose touch as to what's really, really important, right? And I know for myself, when I started my business, even though it wasn't a home daycare and it was a bigger center, I know that I really felt trapped into, I gotta do all the things, I gotta focus on this, I gotta call this person, I gotta buy this, I gotta make sure I have all the things. And at the beginning, it was really difficult to kind of discern between what should I be focusing on, what's worth my time, and kind of let the other things on the side, where I can get to them a little bit later on, because let's face it, those things were not really bringing me more sales or more enrollments, okay? So it's really important that you understand that as a business owner, again, whether it's a small daycare or a bigger center, there are things that as the business owner, you have to be on top of daily, right? These are things that you always have to be focusing on, because these are the things that are going to keep the lights on. They're going to be paying the bills, they're going to be covering overhead, and it's really important that you really tackle these head on. And then if you have time, then you can focus on other things, right? So the first thing I wanted to talk about is traffic points, okay? As a business owner in today's world, it's really important that we position our businesses so that clients, right, our ideal clients, the people that we want to help, that we want to serve, that they can find us, right? So we have to make sure that we are always thinking about how we can reach more families, how we can reach more people, how we can get our website or our platforms in front of more eyeballs every single day. Okay, so as a home daycare provider, you probably have a website, you're probably leveraging Google and organic search, you probably also have Facebook and Instagram, and you're making sure that you're always updating these platforms. You may not feel as though this is important, but it definitely is. We know that moms and dads, just like everyone else these days, they're on their smartphones and they are checking their feeds once, twice, 3 times a day, probably even more. And you want to make sure that every time they are on these devices and every time they're scrolling, that you and in your post or your video or your ad, you always appear, that you always stay top of mind, right? So it's really important that you make this a priority. Now, this does not mean that you have to be glued to your phone. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But I do mean that you have to make sure that your marketing strategy is just one of those things that is always top of mind, and that you're always trying to test different things, and you're trying to always expose your business to more eyeballs, okay? The more eyeballs that see your business, the chances of someone booking a visit with you, calling you for more information, emailing you, right, increase. If no one knows that you exist, if you hardly post, or if you don't have a website, or when someone searches on Google, your daycare doesn't pop up, then guess what? No eyeballs means no tours, and that equals no sales, no enrollments, right? So make sure that all your platforms are covered and that you have a great marketing strategy that really helps your program reach more families organically and paid as well if you want to venture off and try ads. The other thing you want to think about as an income generating task is making sure that you are offering quality, right? So what this means is very, very simple. Making sure that all the work that you are doing when you are reaching clients, when you're posting on social media, if you're investing in ads, when you're putting your website together, make sure that everything that you're posting about is really what you are offering in your program, right? So that means if you say that you're a Montessori daycare, make sure that you are posting about it, but that when someone actually visits your space, that you do offer Montessori, right? If you're saying that, you're running a bilingual program or vegan meal plans or whatever else that you want to offer, make sure that you are actually offering these things, right? Make sure that your policies, your handbooks, background checks, your staff, everything is A1, so that all the hard work that you're doing when you're putting your marketing strategy together, well, it's going to help you once someone actually visits and actually sees, like, yes, this is a quality program. Imagine posting all the time. Imagine investing in ads. Imagine putting up a website with all these amazing things, and then when somebody visits, you're not really offering what you promised, right? You're going to lose a lot of clients. So quality should be one of those things that you're always focusing on. You're surveying your clients about it. You're doing audits internally yourself. You're making sure that, all the complaints are being heard and dealt with. You're making sure that the program, the curriculum, interventions, really everything is A1, that the kids are safe, that they're well taken care of, and that you are always thinking of ways to really offer exceptional services to the moms and dads in your care. And lastly, the last income generating task that you really have to get good at is sales. Having an amazing tour process put together that makes sense, that is put together with intent, right? So you're sharing a little bit about your story, you have social proof to back this up, you have marketing material ready to go when someone visits, you know exactly what type of journey you want to bring them through when they actually visit your space, and then you know exactly what types of questions you want to ask, and at the end having a strong call to action with a strong incentive to really encourage them to make a decision by a specific time. And then at the end, when your tour process is done, really important that you actually go out and ask for feedback to make sure that whether they took the place or not, that your tour process is A1, that is really optimized to increase your chances of someone saying yes every time they book a visit, right? So that's really important. I know a lot of the times, we don't want to be asking people for, reviews or feedback. We take a lot of things personally, but when you are in business and you are dealing with families and children, you want to make sure that these moms and dads understand that you are in it for the right reasons and that you are committed to offering exceptional care, right? So why not ask them for feedback? So let's say, for example, if someone visits your space, you go through all your tour process with them, you ask all your questions, and then after that, when they do leave, you email them out a survey form and you ask them for feedback. How did it go? How did you find the tour? What did you like? What did you dislike? What types of things would you have liked to see or learn more about? And parents are going to tell you whether they take the place or not. They are going to tell you. So it's a great way for you to kind of take all that data in and kind of perfect your tour process so that next time a mom and dad visits, that you know exactly what to add or what to tweak to make sure that you're increasing your chances that someone says, yes, we love this daycare, this is the daycare for us, right? So there you go, you guys. 3 income generating tasks that as a business owner, especially in childcare, you have to be focusing on. I know that sometimes we want to focus on the cute things like the paint on the wall or the posters or the crayons or, all the things that we get to buy as home daycare providers. But you cannot forget the most important things that really move the needle forward, that keep you growing, that keep you in business, and that, allow you to actually run a business, right? So just to recap real quickly, number 1, a marketing strategy, making sure that you are reaching moms and dads every single day with your website and on social media. Number 2, making sure that you are offering quality care. And number 3, making sure you have a tour process that converts more potential clients into actual clients. I am actually hosting a live virtual open house in just a few days where I'm basically going to share with you how I help home daycare providers grow their businesses organically online. So if you want to grab a seat, it's completely free to join. It's about an hour long when we do a live Q&A at the end. I'll put the link in the description of this video. Click on that, sign up, check your email, and join me at the open house. Other than that, have an amazing rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.